sense that I guess you're preventing future consciousnesses from existing and thereby experiencing suffering, and therefore it being not preferable to a state of non-existence. I guess yes, you are preventing this potential suffering, but I would suggest a couple other policies that might be less invasive. For instance, paying people not to have kids, I guess would be one way to do it. You could give people a grant or stipend or something like that every few years they don't have children, and if they do end up having children, then well, they have to pay that money back. Another thing I was thinking about is possibly a voucher system whereby the government, in addition to you giving a birth certificate, you would also get this voucher that would entitle you to make a copy of yourself. And so when you have a kid, I guess it's either up to the wife or the husband to decide who's sacrificing their voucher. But I guess then you would have, each couple would have the opportunity to create 2 kids. And let's say you want another kid. Well, there's probably going to be some people who didn't use their vouchers. So possibly you could buy those unused vouchers. And then we could do a cap and trade. So yeah, I mean, it is a bit draconian, but then again, if you have to, I think we need to re-examine the issue of reproductive rights. Like, just because you have the capacity to reproduce, that doesn't give you the right to do it if it can be shown that it causes harm. So that answered the question. Yes?
I guess going off that, then what sort of class issues are involved in that?
Yeah, well, I guess the poor they may not be able to have as many kids as they want because they may not be able to afford the voucher. Or were you talking about the one-child policy, or
more like what you were just saying about paying people to not have kids?
Yeah. And the trends indicate that it is like the world's poor are the ones who are responsible for the majority of appropriation, right? And people with, I guess, in more developed context, it's something that doesn't seem to register as that much of an issue in terms of population growth. So I think the voucher thing does actually target the people who tend to have more children, and that's where policy is effective.
So I'm struck, Steve, by your comment about the evolution as a pile of bodies and how sad and bleak that is. And then if they put enough drones in the sky, then I think all of us will probably be handcuffed to trees sooner or later. But so I wonder, Steve, if you see taking kind of your universal history of biocultural life against Howie's kind of more microscopic just on the last couple of years of drones, if these drone technologies and the politics of using them, is this just the latest line in 4 billion years of increasing suffering and more, privation and violence in this failed reproduction system? Or is this